Ooh, there's some power, there's some power. Commit to the great, commit to the great. Hope everybody's doing exceptional today. On the exceptional level. I'm see how this how the lighting is on the side here. Boy, that's over there. So, you can't see shit. So yeah, we're gonna keep it light. We're gonna keep it light. We're gonna keep it light right there. Yeah, this is a very special cotton gel. That's what it's called formally. Created cotton gel. True Mexicano grills. Uncle L's True Mexicano grills. Shout out to I like this woman. It's all love. But this is I felt like it was more lit before. So I had the chemicals too. Anyway, glad I got that work. I just wanted to chop it up. I wanted to read some poetry. I thought the lighting was better, but I just wanted to chop it up in this early morning here, early rising, and I'm really excited. I had some great meditations today, and I just wanted to share those great vibes, just share that great energy with the royal family, send some encouragement, send some inspiration. Uh, I wanted to read a poem. I didn't know exactly which one. I just wanted to know I wanted to start reading as I compile them and begin to, do what I do with those needing to be done, need to have been done a long time ago. But I hope everything's been going on in the world. Shout out to those people who are dealing with certain, situations in their world as far as weather is concerned. Um, sending bliss and sending healing and help and comfort to those folks who may not be as comfortable as they should be and deserve to be. Uh, but some things going on that we're all working through. We're all figuring out these new spaces of being as we transition. It seems from one energy signature as a consciousness to another one because it seems to be a lot going on at the same time. Like I said, I know it's not just me who sees these changes from the perspective of being more than just a human, and to see humanity having so many different individuals having so many similar experiences at the same time, going through so much change at the same time is really astounding to me. It's something I've never really seen before, uh, and so it's exciting to be a part of and be excited for the changes that because these are all seeds that have been planted. You've been planting seeds all this time, and now we're getting to a space where we're going to receive the harvest of these seeds, which is a great thing because you've been planting good seeds as I have. So it's exciting to realize what's actually coming and what's actually here for us. If we're able to embrace the adjustments and the newness of what's going on. So let's see what poem I can find here to kick it off, and then just be able to just chop it up and be able to chop it up and chief a little bit and vent a little bit. Let's see. Bathtub with the fireplace. That sounds interesting. All right, let's read this poem. I might read two poems. This one is called Bathtub with the Fireplace, as I said. Let's see how this goes. It says, soaking in a bathtub with the fireplace, worked to achieve my own land and thriving estate. Drowned in the money once I added a value to access abundance gates, enough to motivate the yearn for mediocre to great. It's my jet fuel, seeing the once bound limits move. Went to the venue for the tribe with the indoor swimming pools, just to push the boundaries of our unique meetups, extend beyond the comforts and wet your little feet up. I had to let go of my past pains I identified as me not knowing that self defeat sounds as such. Now my self-talk is wealth talk. Randy Savage championship belt talk. Bret the Hitman Hart to the ring walk, passing out Cartier shades to my goddess heart. I look in her eyes, see my very own divine spark. The reason I mastermind such a diamond star, 10 million in 3 months of my first business, I mean business. I burst like a star singing. I speak angelic and money as a banshee screaming. I make my shots and use the backboards with my English. I cause the strong in stomach to be a little squeamish. It looks like whisper, and me, the second gland, is beaming and ringing. I see the unseen, but no microscope. The fifth dimension is the heavens, and I will bring her out from within. We win again. The fifth dimension is the heavens, and I will bring her out from within. We win again. The streak is unbelievable, but blissfully pleasing. Thankful to the ancestors who keep hearing. I send them up blessings and appreciate them for every reason. And it's always in season. They are the breath that I breathe in. So, bathtub with the fireplace. Some of these I've never actually written out loud. I mean, read aloud. I've just written them down. So it's interesting to hear them, and it's good to find different types of cadence to say that creative works in. So I write rhymes now, but before I just wrote poetry, so I didn't write it as like a song or anything like that, or a verse. I just wrote it as a poem. So uh, yeah, it's interesting. Let's see. I'll read one more, and I'll put the name of that poem down there. Let's see. Oh man, it's been an incredible year. It's been an incredible year. It's exciting to see what else is coming around the bend. So this is called "Inject the Planet," which is interesting. This is written in 2018, 12/30/2018. It says, "Out," and it's called "Inject the Planet." I want to tap the branch of a tree 3 times and find the vein of the planet so I can inject this love and heal the damage and pain that's been caused and forecast. So many dark comedies, so many sinister laughs. There is purpose, honesty, growth. Honesty, growth is also dynamic in the web that it can weave around the old projecting, protecting and investing into a better holographic screen. My love's a drug, no heroine or hero, just lonely ones and zeros to shine the sun on memos where I've become integral to heaven on earth. Remember the times where I was born from foreign stars. My light runs on an octagon, fully charged. Don't see another way, beholding all of the turmoil and boiling up in dismay. My steam forms into clouds and is geographically displaced. I hover over the land and smother hate. With this shade, you see the victories laying on race day. Kentucky Derby, no Derby. No Herbie, I'm bred from divine seeds. You can trace my generation to plantations of estate buildings. No cotton picking, but mortar and block lifting. Spaceships zipping with hyperspace equivalent. It's only science fiction to those who are far from ever living. We call on the memories from my past and get specific. Old trees with names of ancestry cry in driplets. See me and awake images in me. Who could we be but old folks written, died, turned into soil, and evaporated into soul love? Wade, Wade refabricated and integrated back in the wombs of black doves, mothered peace and care with silky and golden hair and curly defying gravity coils. Suspended in air, I see them then stop and stare with lust and so much care, adoring all that I see. From the eyelids to legs shaved smooth with that product near, all of the work they do to be beautiful isn't fair. Perfecting on perfection is no win to compare, no compete when we meet, just service to understand. Heal the heart in your land, Mama Earth, in the form of woman. Every blade of grass is her perched in the palm of my hand. I like her and eat her and digest her with gratitude that eternity spans. It's interesting. Start inject the planet. Inject the planet. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, just two poems from heart space written in different spaces and time. Hope you enjoy it. Sorry about the stuttering. Even though I don't apologize because I'm sharing my creative work. So hopefully it's appreciated. Hopefully it's appreciated, and I look forward to hearing your creative works as well. But yeah, I just wanted to to really just share that, unwind a little bit. It's been a great year. I mean, it's October 1st today. I feel like this is the first day of a whole new harvest. A whole new harvest for real. It's been incredible to get to this point. I mean, around this time last year, I was trying to think. I was still working at that pork plant around this very time last year. I actually worked in a pork plant for almost 3 years, and it was intense. It was intense. Like that was a mission like no other I've ever really been on for real. To be in that type of environment, to be in that space, to have a certain space of awareness and devotion to being natural and being, what you would say, vibrant. Being in a space where life exists and only ingesting life. Um, want to give life and empower all the time, and then to go into a space where it's spiritually, it's just devoid of that. Like it is extremely destitute because it's a slaughterhouse essentially, a full processing plant. So to be in that space for that long, but to still be able to maintain a certain aspect of really retain most of who I am, because um, it was nothing else to be, but to not allow my light to get extinguished, because essentially that's what I saw sort of start to happen right after I left. It was like it got to the point where I was just forced out of there. You know what I mean? And it had to go that way because uh, that's not the type of environment I need to be in. And then, excuse me. Then right after that, but then right after that, I ended up working another place, and I felt, I found somebody who I really like loved and cherished. And really had an incredible time and have an incredible relationship now. Just right now we're in a certain space with it, but even if it doesn't ever go to where it was like that whole transition in time period, even right until now, where I'm able to really see a certain vision and see how I'm going to get there clearly, and be excited about, just have a clear vision about being able to have the family that I desire and have the stability and comfort that I desire. It feels really good, especially but considering where it was vibrationally to a degree last year. It's really been a full 180 in the best of ways, and I think the supreme being, I think the grand architect for this, just the opportunity to have that sort of story, to have that sort of um, opportunity to share my gratitude and grace for having that relationship to where I can see myself and work myself and magnetize opportunities from that trench. But it's really inspiration and motivation to people that are around me. You know, it's like you know you can really reprogram your reality. No matter what type of situation you're in, if you put enough time in and be consistent in the reprogramming of your subconscious mind, then you can magnetize any type of reality that you want to create, and defy any sort of logic, and make no sense at all. It'd be literally just miracle how you meet a person, or meet this person, or this person meets somebody that and they talk to you, and they talk to you about something, and you go from there. It just the potential is incredible when you can open up your heart and mind to it, and not limit it to the logic. And that's just the most important thing of that story, of my story, and how it continues to grow and expand into a story of really wealth and abundance on every level. Um, Not one thing being withheld from me. That's because I was willing to give the supreme being my all, and I'm willing to do that, and that's what I do. That's what I live. I live the verse of seek ye first the kingdom of God, and its righteousness, and all things therein shall be added unto you. Like I live that verse, and I seek the Lord with my heart earnestly, and to operate in that space of care. You know, I try. I'm very mindful about receiving care as well. So sometimes people, you just have to be mindful about people that you let in your space sometimes because they can not be sometimes. Um, you know, it depends on how they are. I'll just say that. But regardless, you love people anyway, and you just try to build yourself and your infrastructure within you well enough to where you can build something substantial where they can be a part of it, and they can be, it could be something that we can all build. That should be the desire of every man, every true leader. I feel, and I was not born to be somebody's follower. You know, I mean, everybody has a stage of following, but it's like you should also want to step out and build something of your own, and have something of your own, substantial. So that other people can contribute and be a part of and reap the harvest of. That's the main thing. I feel that's something that should a real man should strive for and shouldn't give up on until he's able to do that. And if you give up on that's giving up on a dream to me. Because that's typically every man's dream, really, is to have that sort of thing. So if they're trying to be the best version of themselves, and if they're not comfortable being a follower, if you're not comfortable being a follower, then it means you're saying that you would like to be, innately, by default, you're saying that you would like to be a leader. So that means you need to be able to build something that you can create and people can become empowered from, and not just follow you and follow you with. I think there's two different types of leaders. Some people enjoy being followed, some people love creating other leaders. And that's the type of leader that I am. That's the type of individual that I am. That's the caliber that Genghis Khan is. It's not about being a follower. It's not about being someone who creates followers. You should be wanting to create leaders, and you should want every person who builds with you, who comes with you, to be a leader or have that capacity. You know, we all have to follow at some point in time. Like I said, everybody can't lead at the same time, but it should be always constructive. Even when I choose to work with other people, and they said I'm working with their vision, it should be because it complements my vision as well. You know what I'm saying, and vice versa. My vision complements their vision as well. So it's a win-win for everybody. It's not somebody having to give up who they are uh, to help something for somebody else. And that's the situation that we see all the time. I mean, that's the situation oftentimes with various forms of employment. That's a big thing is that people give up all of who they are so they can do something for somebody else and make money for themselves. And when in reality, they want to do something else. You and so it's about really working. Being in that situation until you can work yourself into being able to thrive, doing what you want to do, and making the type of living the type of lifestyle that you want to live. And I think that's important. And that's not something that should be given up. So I try to have real conversations with people, and sometimes people don't want to have those conversations. So it puts me in a spot to where, well, what can I talk about? Who can I talk to it with? And I'm not the only person who wants to talk for real, but sometimes I feel like, well, who am I supposed to talk to? That's how I feel. Talking in public, and sometimes it's just my main thing is about talking about solutions, and just trying to make sure that we're in a space to where solutions are always at the forefront. There is no victim mentality. It's just about being aware of what's going on and then putting solutions in place and not just being uh, um complacent and paralyzed with fear or laziness. So that's what I'm about. That's what I like talking about. But I just seen this lecture. It was with Greg Braden. He was just talking about him and this other brother. I think I mentioned him before, something else. But they were just talking about how this digital currency situation. It's like something that people are really praising and they are really making a lot of substantial, I guess, income from investing in the different stocks, I guess, of these technologies. But I guess what people aren't realizing is that it has to have an actual application of some sort. and that's that seems to be in society. You know, like it's actually going to be something. It's not just something that you invest in because it's a stock. I think that's kind of what I don't think is really being fully understood. Because when I see it, if I when I see it, it's on Bitcoin. I mean, it's on the stock these different venues where people buy and trade stocks, but it's not a real world application yet. And everything on the stock exchanges all have real world applications. So I don't know if people are actually trying to fathom like, well, what the real world application is? Is this going to be another way to exchange and use currency? But why do we need that way? What is that way doing? That this it's creating it's making things safer? Well, I don't know about that because it seems to be easier to access something that I'm not able to hold tangible than to take from me. That's how I would feel. You know, as any person should feel. If I'm actually holding something, so I'm like, good luck getting this from me, then it is getting it from out. Especially, I'm not even holding it. It's in somebody else's control. Uh, like that, or somebody else could easily have access to it in another way that I'm not able to block because I can't put my hand in the inside the software. I have to rely on other forms of software to create that. So it's like that creates a situation where it's not really feasible to say that that's the best way to protect money. So the full application of these digital currency is something that I don't think people are fully putting in place. Hey, whoever that viewer is, I appreciate the love showing up, but I'm just trying to chop it up about like just different things that are happening in my world that I'm asking questions about, and I can't really seem to converse with people about. But it's like, man, that this is real conversation. Like, what in the world? It's not just it can't just be about making money. And I think so. This Greg Braden talk, he was like, he was chopping it up with this other brother, and they was in West Virginia, and you can check it out. It's on his channel, Greg Braden Official. He got a lot of great videos on there. I watch him all the time. And Guy Network is pretty amazing as well. That's something you should definitely check out. Definitely check out Secret Energy. Definitely check out Galactic. I want to throw those out there because those are all extraordinary movements. I think that really inform. If you combine those three movements and look into those three movements, then you'll really be sound. I think you'll be of sound mind and of sound heart. By the time that you get done with everything. So once again, that's Gaia, Galacticus, and Secret Energy. So anyway, it's like this technology has a real application, and it feels like it's going to be something that can be used in adverse to sovereignty. Is what I feel, and that's kind of what it's being promoted as. It's being promoted as something that is sovereign. I feel like something that does allow people to operate in a space of full privacy and independent of any controlling uh, um, forces. That's the way that it's trying to be promoted. I feel, but I'm like that doesn't make sense logically. Like how? Like I don't know. I don't know. It's just not. It's just not complicated to me. I feel on that aspect. So in this conversation, they were speaking about okay, well, there are real world applications about this thing that are being showcased in other countries now. So now it's not a guess. Now it's not a guess about okay, well, these things are happening or these things could happen. It's like no, they're showing like well, we can use these particular technologies, the real world application of these stocks from these companies is these technologies that we're using in this public, and it's creating this whole social credit system. And this is how we're operating, and this is what it looks like over here. And this is what the results are. And people that are in positions of political leadership are saying, "Hey, well, we like that result. We like we like that. People should adopt these. People should adopt this." You know. So that seems to be like, and that seems to be something that is something that should be of concern, is what they're saying in the conversation. That's something that should seem to be of concern because um, they could jeopardize particular the comforts and the way of life that we are used to in the worst of ways, and put people in a position of full dependency on sources that don't have their best interests at heart. You know? And that's kind of really what this whole conversation is about. I'm not talking about. If you don't hear anything else I'm talking about, hear that particular thing. I know it took a whole lot of time to get there, but it's something I'm going to be reiterating more and more about because it needs to be spoken about more and more. Like what type of lifestyle do you see yourself living in 2032? Because it seemed to be another plan in mind. It seems to be something else being put in place to jeopardize that 2032 life that you think that you're envisioning. Um, so this is something to keep in mind. But besides that, life is life is exceptional. Besides that, got to get that out, huh? That's why that phlegm came up. You get that whole thing out, get that truth out. That's a situation that people are apparently it's something that people have known about for a while. Different type of movies been put out, different type of books been put out, about this sort of thing, these sort of situations taking place. And now people are saying, it's not conspiracy anymore. This is what's in place. So something to be mindful of. Anyway, I think this video is long enough. I just want to talk about that. I need to spit anyway. Then something else, but I just wanted to put a video out there and show a little love, give a little inspiration, give a little joy, a little creativity. I put the names of those 2 poems down there. The book is coming soon. I'm about to get it done. I'll probably get it done this weekend because I already got all the content. I'm just going to compile it and just put it together, offer it to the public, and see how y'all feel about it when I see it in written form. And I'll put more of it out here so you can see how the cadence is. I'll actually do some more. So I'm practicing, so I'm not stuttering as much on my own poetry. But anyway, I'm sending love and bliss and power to you, sending joy into you, sending gratitude to you, into your world, sending prosperity into your world. I'm sending these things because, um, you know, we're all one with the Supreme Being. And us coming together on one accord certainly brings the presence of the Supreme Being into our world, into our awareness. That's what we're acknowledging when we even do it. Come together and have one intention in mind. So my intention is to bring these things into your world, project those things to your world, and I will hope your intention will be the same, and our wills combined certainly brings the opportunity for it to be present in your space. So I'm sending you love, and I'm sending you harmony in all of your relationships, and harmony in all of your experiences. I'm sending you just full joy and opportunities to continue to grow and expand and continue to be appreciated and be cherished. And I love you and I appreciate you, whoever you are, because you are here, you are present with me, and I'm thankful for that because you're a reflection of me, and I'm a reflection of you. So I love you. I look forward to speaking with you soon. Look forward to building with you soon. You take care of yourself, and you be blessed. Commit to the grit. Commit to your great. Bliss and power to everybody, and healing and protection and joy to everybody. Keep shining how you're doing. Don't let nobody stop you from the dreams you have within you. We need you to manifest that because those are God's seeds planted within you, and you are God having that experience. You are a child of God, so we need you to become fully manifest so we can create the heaven that we desire in the fullness of ourselves, in the joy that we dream of. So I love you.